I can't say I'm very excited for this one. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are going to be doing some editing on the PonyThon. This is something that I've not done before. I don't think I've ever done an editing stream on the on a particularly big PhoenixStarYT video, but this is something that I really want to do because the PonyThon is a project that I'm genuinely excited about to bring out, and also because this particular video that I'm gonna be editing today is a bit of a nightmare to to get through. Because I've reached a certain episode that I am absolutely not, that I have not been looking forward to editing, let alone having to talk about it. So this is not going to be a very fun experience. After this, I will probably either do one of two things. I will either play some Doom or some Burnout Revenge, because those are two games that I can really get my rage out for a moment, which I think is going to be which I think I'm going to need for today. I'm going to need to crash some cars and crash some demons after this. So let's get to it. This is my timeline. As you can see, pretty big timeline. It's not quite as big as the first one. I'll say that. The first timeline that I did of the PonyThon, I think that was even bigger. A good bit bigger than this. Because I think there were like twice as many video layers and there were like 8 different audio layers. So this is a rather small timeline compared to all that garbage, but it is still pretty elaborate, I will say that. So yeah, what I want to do for this one is I want to finish at least a big chunk of one segment that I need to edit. And for those who don't know, the PonyThon is basically My Little Pony marathon series, so I'm gonna be doing a series where I'm reviewing essentially every episode of My Little Pony ever. And so I only did like one episode of the series so far, I think. Let's go to my creator studio. I think I can just show you guys this. I don't think there's much harm in it. But hey, 400 subs. Okay. Sorry. So, I think I only did like one episode ever. I also did one Koen's Corner, but I don't consider that PonyThon stuff. That's just Koen's Corner. That's not any big video or whatever. I haven't actually been doing that many Koen's Corners on this channel. I do want to do more, but we'll get to that when we get to that. See, the only episode that I ever did came out on January 1st. And the entire idea behind that was that I wanted to do like one video each month. Yeah, that idea kind of dried out after a bit because college and shit like that. I do have one copyright claim, which, yeah, makes sense. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, so... And that's because of some visual garbage. That's because the copyright system on YouTube is awful, and because it can pick up video relatively easily. So this entire live stream is probably going to be copyright claimed. It hasn't been... And you can clearly see it from this too. If you're running into some copyright trouble, it will tell you during a live stream. But I'm not gonna check into that frequently here because I don't feel like it. So yeah, there is one thing that I need to do, and that's to turn off the music. And yeah, let's get to work. So I do have something that I use pretty frequently here. And that is this, I use a studio setting, which is essentially this right here, where you have a frame for the footage, you have a nice blue backdrop, and you have my character standing right here. And this is a brand new puppet that I will also be introducing with this video. This is the exact same puppet that I've been showing off a couple times in my live streams, and this will be its first debut. He looks a little bit, he looks a little irritated here. I don't know if that's because he's about to watch something awful. That's probably the case. Okay. But yeah, I use this footage frame, which is basically just a transparent image of essentially, it's essentially this, but just zoomed in a little bit. And it fills up to the edges of the screen, so you have a little monitor-esque thing going on here. I personally really like it. I think it's a really cool little thing. Okay, I think this is Ghostbusters. Yeah, that's Ghostbusters. This is gonna be awful. I should honestly label each of these with its own color, but I don't really feel like doing that. Just to give you an idea of how bad this episode is that I'm about to talk about in this one segment, I can actually let you hear a little bit of the song that I'm about to use in this. Let me just grab it real quick. It's right here. Let's play it. It's the theme song of the Slaughtering Grounds. And that's what I'm going to be using throughout that entire segment. Well, maybe not throughout that entire segment, because I think that would be pretty annoying if people were to listen to that throughout this entire thing. But I will be using it for a good chunk of it. And the reason why is because this is one of the worst episodes of the entire series. It is my least favorite episode of the entire series. I'll tell you that much from the get-go. This is my least favorite episode, and you'll find out why very soon. Only 6 episodes into the series, and I've already... Wait, what? Only 6 episodes into the series, and I've already gotten to one where I just want to punch my fist through my monitor. Now, I could do something elaborate with, like, keyframes and the fist that comes through. Actually, let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do something with that. Let's go to Google. I want to switch over to this. I need to... Oh. Okay, I immediately logged out. I hope that doesn't cause many problems. Okay, this could potentially work. This could potentially work. The resolution is really freaking low, unfortunately. Also on this. Why does Microsoft use such low resolution images? Why are you doing that, Microsoft? Don't you feel like you should at the very least use a 1080p image? Nope, 720p. We're lucky to even get 720p from Microsoft. Sorry. Sorry. I know I shit on Microsoft a lot in these live streams and on this channel and everything, but it's just true. They have all this money, they have all this stuff, and they don't... Oh, it doesn't really matter anyway. This is hideous. What happened here? What happened to this to become such a low quality image? That's awful. Okay. That's a thing. Okay, this is clearly a stock image. So this resolution is going to be shit no matter what I do, but... Oh well. I could potentially take one picture, because I think I still have all of the assets of Strider's last video. Let's actually check that out. Because I tend to keep most of Strider's stuff after a long time after we finished the project. No real reason behind that other than that I just prefer to keep his stuff for a while in case I need it. You never know when you're going to need this kind of stuff, so I'm just gonna keep it. Let's see, maybe it'll come in handy. It never comes in handy ever, but, oh, he actually included the fire code, fonts that I sent him. Because this is a font that I once, sent over to him to use, and, oh god, this is not the... Okay. That's not the font that I was hoping to get though. But anyway, yeah, I've used the bold version of that font a couple times before, and it was fun. But that was not what I was looking for. I was looking for that image of his desk. Yeah, right there. This is a relatively... It's a shame that that his monitor isn't up close. That it isn't like a full-on close-up of his monitor. But hey, I'll take what I can get. We're just I'll just gonna utilize this. I'm hoping that Strider doesn't mind me using an image of his own, but we'll see what happens. Let's just take that then. Go over to this. PonyThon, Season 1. Images. And let's throw that inside of there. Make that yellow. Because I like to label everything. Alright, let's see what we can make out of this. I've already gotten to one where I just want the and I've already gotten let's see. I could make a dedicated puppet file for this. I'll just have to put this on the center of the screen. How big is this image, by the way? I'm curious. Let's see the actual information of it. Can I see that from here? Information. There we go. Let's say what we have. So, this is a 1080p image. Yeah, I figured as much. That's fine. We can work with that. Oh, it actually says it up here. I didn't realize that it actually shows the resolution up there. Alright. So, what I can do with this, because I do have my my Flash puppet. Let's open the file up real quick inside of Adobe Flash. I could make my character look really angry and have him make a fist, and then he punches his fist through a monitor. That's what I was thinking to do. So let's see where the fist is. It's right over there. I'm gonna take that frame and put it over there. And now what I need to do is take this arm and rotate it, right? So I'm gonna... Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I can make that work. I can make that work, sure. I mean, it doesn't look exactly natural. I already tried several poses and tried making them look natural, and somebody was actually commenting on one pose that I have of my character right here, this one pose right here, and he was all like, I tried to do that once and it hurt. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't get a better I couldn't get a pose that looks natural. It didn't work for me because I am not an expert in Adobe Flash. I am not an expert with this kind of stuff. I don't know how to do things like this properly. So I just tend to work with what I've got, and sometimes it works, most of the times it just doesn't. But this is what I need to work with, so that's a bit of a shame. I wish I could make it work better, but nope. This is what I have to deal with, sadly. So yeah. If I could make better vectors than this, then I would totally do it, but no such luck for me, my friends. That's just the sad reality of the whole thing. Also, let's do a little cheek thing. Let's use this one. Because Lightning Bliss also gives you an option of different cheeks that you can use. I think this is pretty nice. I think we can work with this. I mean, again, it's not perfect. This is just a taper. I don't know if I'm gonna use this often, but let's just save it to my puppet folder, export, and give it a shot. I'm gonna minimize this just in case I'm ever going to need it again. So we can get back to it later and have some fun with it. I should probably also get like a punch sound effect that I punch my... Alright, I should probably also get a punch sound effect to make it sound a little more authentic, I guess. Let's see, where is my puppet files? Right here. Angry 12. Import that shit. I'm honestly kind of tempted to take away my my face cam, as it's kind of in the way of the whole timeline. I mean, it's not too much in the way. I mean, you're not missing out on too much there, but okay. Hang on. Let's see if I can do something with this. That's the alert box. I definitely do not want that to change. That could honestly just stay in the way that it is. Live screen. Let's put that all the way down here. And then my webcam can go inside of there. Once I align it properly. And yeah, I think that looks better. I think that looks a lot better, actually. You at the very least get to see my entire video timeline. The audio timeline doesn't really matter too much. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about missing out on much there. This is pretty much all that you're ever going to need. Okay, I'm just gonna put you like right over here. He looks so tiny compared to that monitor. Oh man. Hello there, Star Wars reference. What? Oh, the hello there. Wow. I am absolutely not up to speed with that. It's been a while since I last watched the Star Wars movies. I've actually been meaning to get to the Disney sequels, even though everybody hates them. But part of me kind of wants to give them a try. I honestly want to give them a fair shot. Even though everybody hates them. Punch my... Yeah, that's not fast enough. I need this to be a lot faster than that. So let's put that keyframe a little further. Punch my fist through my monitor. Ghostbusters is the absolute def... Okay, that's I mean, it's obviously not perfect. It could definitely use a punch sound effect that... I don't even know. Do I even have a punch sound effect? Let me see if I do. I mean, I should. I don't know why I wouldn't have that. Punch, 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 punch. Yeah. Perfect. Let's, I'm just gonna use that. Why not? I can also just get rid of that, get rid of that. VFX, there's no SFX folder. Why are there no SFX folders? I need to, or can I use this? I could also just, use that. I could also, put in a shadow effect. So that you hear, like, glass shatter and everything. But I think I would much rather just use a regular punch effect for this one. I don't really feel like sourcing all that much stuff for this silly little bit that I want to use. All right. Oh, I just put that over the music. That's not good. Punch my fist through my... That sound effect is really, really loud. Turn that down a little bit. Punch my fist through my... Punch my fist through my monitor. Ghostbusters is the absolute definition of unpleasant and infuriating. Containing just a... I went on about this. I went on about this one part where I'm just kind of prolonging the inevitable. I'm just all like, okay, how am I going to pad this segment as much as possible so I don't need to talk about this? And it's kind of containing just about everything a bad MLP episode could possibly contain. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of that part. I'm not entirely pleased with the way that I scripted that. That could have been a lot better, honestly. But oh well. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that moment to throw my character on screen. Because why not? Let's see. Assets. And I should probably use unpleased with this one. Let's do that. Let's go unpleased. Perfect! Let's not do much of anything about that anymore. Okay, let's do that. Alright. Let's just get this over with, shall we? Yep. Let's just get this over with indeed. I would very much like to get through with this segment before I start banging my head through a wall. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I do. And I am not gonna be talking too much about her. Right, let's just get this over with, shall we? This episode's I'm not overly vocal about her online, just because I value her privacy. So that's pretty much all that I'm gonna be saying about it. Sorry. Okay, get away from me. I don't want your frickin' preview on my screen all the time. Let's see. I'm gonna guess that this is gonna be the synopsis for the episode. This episode introduces us to 3 new characters. Ah, yeah, right. So I need to... I first want to find a clip of Sniffs and Snails around here somewhere. Which is, oh yeah, there we go! This, Sniffs and Snails. Such a shame that this has to be their introduction. It kind of grounded my expectations for them by a lot. And I'm not the biggest fan of these two guys. I'm gonna be honest. These two... I am not a fan of Sniffs and Snails, but that's mostly because of their portrayal in this, as well as the Equestria Girls movie. Or rather, movies, because there's multiple movies of Equestria Girls. Equestria Girls in general, just kind of... it left me with a bad taste in my mouth about these two. This episode introduces us to 3 new characters. There's a lot of dead air in this one. Goodness. A lot of these way too long, awkward silences that I really should remove more during the process of editing the audio. That's the thing that I always do. I always try to cut up as much. I always try to remove as much dead air as possible for any of my videos during the audio recording of them, because I don't like the idea of having to go into Premiere Pro and having to go through my my audio and looking for all the dead air and removing it during the editing process of me also editing the footage. I just feel like it's way better to just look for all of the dead air first, remove all of that, and then put all of the footage on top during the editing process of course, the audio. Editing audio in and of itself is a really tedious process, by the way, but
new characters.
I'm not going to
Trixie,
go too much into
Snivs,
that.
and Snails. Trixie, Snivs, and Snails.
I could actually just put that. Let's see what we can do with this. I don't really know if I want to put in an image of Trixie here first.
This episode introduces us to 3.
Oh crap, I just removed an entire clip that I wanted to use for this.
This episode introduces us to 3 new characters. Trixie.
Yeah, we're just gonna use a couple of images for that. I don't really want to look for the footage and cut all of that up. MLP Trixie. Just looking at a still image of her. Gosh, that's awful. Just her smug face and okay. I'm very sorry. I'm not normally this this overly negative about anything My Little Pony related, but just this entire thing, this thing that absolutely infuriates me. I would be very happy if I'm finally done with this, because then I could just be like, oh, thank God, no more Trixie for like the rest of this season and season 2. She will return in season 3, and after that she will return in season 6. And in season 6 she becomes a recurring character on the show. After season 6 she basically becomes one of the main characters of the entire series, and I hate it. The fact that she actually comes back as a main character on the series, and it's just... I despise it. And the sad part about all of this is that also, Trixie actually is one of the first characters that I ever got to meet in Friendship is Magic. Like, I think, her episode Magic Duel, I think, was one of the first episodes that I've seen of Friendship is Magic, and... good lord. Snivs and Snails. Living End! Hey Koen, how's it going? I'm doing pretty decent. What? Okay. These two guys are apparently mares in this image. Or is that just the style of that artist? I don't know, but that looks bizarre. It almost looks just as bizarre as their human designs. This is cursed. You can't just take this and turn it into this. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I think this is from the actual episode, so I'm not going to be using that. Oh, that's a really low resolution image. I don't really want to use an image that is low resolution. Also, it's snips with rainbow power. No! Oh man, okay. Oh, I could actually use this image. That's a little low resolution. I'm trying to look for images that are at least like 1000 by 1000. It doesn't necessarily have to be full HD or whatever, but I want to have an image that is at the very least somewhat high quality. Also, why when I look for snips and snails I get this? Because this is snips and snails don't even get an appearance in this episode, or this episode, the My Little Pony movie. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. I don't really care much for what image I'm gonna be using. I'm just gonna take this and see what happens. Because out of all of the images that I just scrolled through, this is the best one that that I could possibly find. That also means that Trixie needs to be front and center. Even though I don't really want her to be front and center. Trixie. And let's replace that with this. Just obscure her entire face. So that we don't need to look at it anymore. For good chunks. Snips and snails. Alright. Trixie, who plays a relatively big role in Friendship is Magic as a whole, comes to Pony... Yeah, let's just have her hop on screen right there. Why the heck not? Trixie, who plays a relatively big role in Friendship is Magic as a whole, comes to Ponyville to... Okay, I think I have the most dead air in this segment right here. Not nice. As a whole, comes to Ponyville to have a little magic show. The citizens of Okay, let's just, I don't even want this. Why am I doing this? I don't enjoy editing footage of her. I don't enjoy looking at her. I don't enjoy this. Comes to Ponyville to have a little magic show. The citizens of Ponyville seem to... The citizens of Ponyville seem to... I think I could get away with that. You should, at the very least, if you're gonna do something like this, make sure you, at the very least, have a little bit of room to breathe. Like, you don't want this to just be nothing but constant talking with no break to it at all. Oh. I was gonna put in some footage of the citizens of Ponyville enjoying the show. Maybe I could use a little bit of that footage later if I can find it. It should be in here somewhere. I know for a fact that it is here. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna use a clip of this. Luckily, this segment shouldn't be too long. How long was it? I don't even remember how long it was. Okay. The little magic show. The
Citizens of Ponyville seem to rather enjoy the show. And her little story where she supposedly had defeated...
Oh yeah, she told that that little bullshit story here.
The show. And her little story where she supposedly had defeated what's called an Ursa Major.
An Ursa Major, which would later on be revealed to be an Ursa Minor. And then you actually get what an actual Ursa Major looks like. But yeah, we're not gonna go into that whole ordeal. I think this just about says it all. This is pretty much it. I'm not gonna go into too much detail as to what exactly these creatures are. Also, the entire Ursa Major, because yeah, this beast, which by the way they call an Ursa Minor in the show, is for the majority of the episode it is called an Ursa Major. But then all of a sudden, you get this, which is the actual Ursa Major. This right here is called an Ursa Minor, which is just bizarre, and it's just a stupid thing to add to the My Little Pony lore, in my opinion. I am not a particularly big fan of some of the things that My Little Pony does with its lore. A lot of it just does not make sense, like Ursa Minor and Ursa Major. They are both still ginormous in the eyes of a frickin' pony. They are both incredibly ginormous still. Like, why... You know what, I'm not even gonna try to question it. It's just gonna lead into some more confusion and issues, and I don't want it. I'm just gonna show a little screenshot right here of a little wiki page that I have.
Ursa Major.
Ursa Major. Notice how I try to sound very interesting and interested even. Doesn't really work very well, does it?
A bear of sorts with some kind of galaxy pattern sprayed on top of it. It's honestly really cool.
Do you notice how much trouble I had with recording this? Recording this was not particularly easy. My delivery still needs to... I still need to work a little bit on my delivery with a lot of this stuff. Because I'm not the greatest at this. But, yeah. Maybe I could actually just show this image on video. Yeah, let's just do that. I'm just gonna save it. It looks like it's really low resolution, though. What's the resolution on it? It's probably gonna look like ass. Oh! That's gonna look like ass. Oh well. We're just gonna work with it. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Maybe it won't be too bad. I'm not gonna zoom the image all the way in. So it's just gonna be like this. And I also want to have my avatar on screen for that. So let's actually, where is my other puppets? It's right over here. Neutral.
Ursa Major. Think of it as a bear of sorts with some kind of galaxy.
Maybe I should do a confused puppets up there. Which I don't have. I have clever, but I don't have confused. Let's go with questioning then. Let's use that. Oh, okay.
Kind of galaxy pattern sprayed on top of it. Of it.
I'm just gonna get rid of that chuckle. I don't think I need it very much.
It's honestly really cool. However, the main 6 don't seem to be...
Yeah, I can just, yeah, I just got rid of that entire section of the, it's honestly pretty cool, because I don't need it, and it's just gonna add more clutter to the overall video than what I probably want in this. So I'm just not gonna bother with it. Footage frame. Put that over the top. Alright.
However, the main 6 don't seem to be very fond of it.
Of course not.
In fact, all that they really want is for Trixie to buck off. Of it. In fact, all that they really want is for Trixie to buck off, and they decide that the best thing to get Trixie out of there is to show what they can do, trying to look better.
Oh, she's actually gonna give it a shot. I do love this face of Applejack, though. That is the most epic face that I've ever seen of her. That's I love it.
Is to show what they can do, trying is to show what they can do, trying to look better than what they can do, trying to look better than Trixie. So basically they are trying to get rid of a show-off by...
They're trying to get rid of a show-off. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's the thing with this entire episode. Is that they are just... they are being complete and total hypocrites throughout this entire thing. It's probably the worst thing about it. The fact that they are being hypocrites about this entire thing. I hate it. It's bad. Let's see. What kind of thing can I do with this? Oh yeah, Rainbow Dash, of course. You gotta show some Rainbow Dash when this kind of thing occurs. You gotta show a little bit of that, because Rainbow Dash is a really proud character, and I do think that she has the right to be bragging about some of the things that she can do, because she genuinely is a very talented pony, and she even in this episode, I really like the stuff that she can do. I really like the little show that she puts up.
Trixie. So basically they are trying to get rid of a show-off by being bigger show-off by being
And I'm just gonna show the entire clip of Dash also, I think. I think that'll be good.
Bigger show-offs than themselves.
Where is that facepalm thing? By the way, in case you're wondering what the frick was he looking at, there's someone at the door, but he appears to be picked up by my family already. So all is good there, all is good there. Nothing to be worrying about. You don't care about that. Why am I talking about this?
Bigger show-offs themselves, which
yeah, I don't know if I want to show the entire thing though. It's a relatively long clip. And this clip that I'm using for this one section is already getting pretty darn long. I do genuinely like this this little moments where she gets a bunch of water splashed on top of her and she then gets a rainbow over her head.
Which would make them look worse than Trixie because of how
I just love this little image right here. I don't know if it's if it can be found anywhere online, because this is a very specific thing. Rainbow Dash with rainbow or whatever. I've searched for some very cool images online a couple times before, but I just could not find much of anything. Rarity! Because of course Rarity has got to steal the spotlight. Why the flip not, you know? Rarity tends to steal the spotlight in any opportunity she can in Season 1, and it's... I don't like it. It's not,
because of how incredibly hypocritical it is. I'm sorry, what? Okay, look. Incredibly hypocritical it is. I'm sorry, what?
Ooh. I feel like I should do something with that. I feel like I should do something with the... I'm sorry, what? That's not what I said. That's not the way that I said that there, but you get what I mean. I feel like I should do something with that moment. But I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with it.
How incredibly hypocritical it is. I'm sorry, what? Okay, look. I am...
Okay, maybe I should just use the footage setting, or the footage setting, the studio setting with this. So that we can have my character talk about this stuff. I also have an image of him with his eyes shut.
Okay, look. I am not here to defend anything that Trixie is doing.
Oh, sorry. I've been having some sleeping issues recently. Not that I sleep bad, I just sleep, I just tend to go to bed really late, and I tend to wake up really late. So, like, I go to, from, like, I think, 1:45 a.m., just to bed, and then next thing I know, I wake up at like 11 a.m. So yeah, I tend to have a lot of sleeping issues with that.
Okay, look, I am not here to defend anything that Trixie is doing throughout this entire thing.
Let's have him point at the footage there.
Anything that Trixie is doing throughout this entire thing. I myself am not very fond of someone boasting
Neutral.
I myself am not very fond of someone boasting about anything that they have. I myself am not very fond of someone boasting about anything that they have accomplished, or boasting about how amazing they are. Trixie is accomplished, or boasting about how amazing they are. Trixie is constantly doing this in her magic show, and she...
Wait a minute, did I actually turn on the... Oh yeah, I did do that. Okay, cool.
About how
I just
amazing
realized
they are.
that.
Trixie is constantly doing this in her magic show, and she uses Sniffs and Snills as her magic show, and she
Why did she actually use Sniffs and Snills as her slaves? Oh yeah, I think it was this. I think it was this. So yeah, I think I can use this for that actually.
She uses Sniffs and Snills as her literal slaves in one scene. These two, by the way, seem to be pretty big fans of hers too. In one scene. These two, by the way, seem to be pretty big fans of hers too, making her look even more like a prick than she already would be. However, the main two, making her look even more like a prick than she already would be. However, the...
Yo.
Oh, het is niet warm. Hij staat wel open. Misschien moet je je computer even uitzetten.
Misschien ben ik even aan het livestreamen.
Oh, sorry. Dag.
Alright.
However, the main six trying to prove that they are better than Trixie in front of every pony, and Spike constantly encouraging Twilight to do so.
We can also just use a small clip of this. Actually, I kind of have to. Footage frame. Throw that on top of that.
Than she already would be. However, the main six trying to prove that they are better than Trixie in front of...
Also, oh, man, okay. I'm not even gonna say anything at this point. This is just mind-boggling. The fact that this is even... And the funny thing is, I actually know a fair few people who like Trixie. I don't know why. Like, I legit do not see why anyone could like a character like this. She is awful. She is beyond awful.
However, the main 6 trying to prove that they are better than Trixie in front of every pony and
I need a clip of Spike. I need a clip of Spike. Give me something good to work with. Oh, there he is. Oh wait, there is actually... That face though, oh man.
Pony and Spike constantly encouraging Twilight to do so as well. This leaves a very bad taste in my mouth because of how hypocritical it all is.
Alright.
The way it's all put together makes it seem... The way it's all put together makes it seem like I'm supposed to agree with the main 6 about... Hypocritical it all is. The way it's all put together makes it seem like I'm supposed to agree with the main 6 about this, but honestly, I would much rather side with
I would much rather side with Trixie about all this. Yeah, that's honestly true. It's honestly true.
Honestly,
as much as I don't want to admit it, I would much rather just
side
with Trixie about all this. Because she is actually the one in the right here. Because all that she's trying to do is put up an entire magic show. And then the Big 6 come along to just kind of ruin it for her. I mean, to be fair, I would still very much hate Trixie's guts if she were to just set up a magic show. But I don't think that this episode would be that bad if the main 6 weren't being so hypocritical in this entire thing. I think that would have helped a lot. But as it is, it's just a really frustrating experience. What other songs do I have that I could use with this? Battlefield. Okay, I don't think we can use that. I think that's copyrighted. Let's see. Rechain of Memories. We do have that. Just wondering. Yeah, let's... I'm gonna use that. Why not? Maybe people will get a big kick out of hearing some Kingdom Hearts in a PhoenixStarYT TV. Probably not. People probably wouldn't even get a kick out of PhoenixStarYT, period. This is just a silly video that I make for the sake of making a silly video.
But honestly, I would much rather side with Trixie on this.
Okay, no, this is not a particular scene that I would want to use to say, yeah, I would much rather side with Trixie on this. Maybe this could work. Yeah, I think this could work fine. That's just Spike lecturing Twilight and whatnot, and I think that's fine.
I would much rather side with Trixie on this. A character who, by the way,
oh man.
A character who...
Why is there so much dead air in here? I know I'm probably repeating myself throughout this entire stream doing this, but that's mostly what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to get rid of most of the dead air at this point.
On this. A character who, by the way, I can't stand because of how annoyingly full of herself she is. And how she's willing to lie. And how she's willing to lie about defeating an Ursa Major. Speaking of the Ursa Major.
Oh yeah, the Ursa Major lie. That's true. That was a thing. God, that smug face, that annoys me so much. Yeah.
And how she's willing to lie about defeating an Ursa Major. Speaking of the Ursa Major.
Oh, that's a perfect way to... That's a perfect transition to the very next moment where Snips and Snails actually go to the Everfree Forest to get an Ursa Major. Which, by the way, I actually... actually happens. Like, the Everfree Forest comes back in, like, episode 6 of Friendship is Magic. And it is a pretty neat little comeback for the series. Or for the Everfree Forest, at least.
Snips and Snails do eventually wake one up from...
They are still relatively young, though. The fact that that guy actually knows how to illuminate the cave is awesome. I love it.
Major. Snips and Snails do eventually wake one up from the Everfree Forest where one lives and guide it to Ponyville to cause them...
This is literally only purpose that these two guys have in the entire thing. They don't really serve much of any purpose for the entire episode. They're mostly just there to cause trouble in Ponyville. That's literally it. They wake up in Ursa Major and Ursa Major destroys everything. So, yeah, that's wonderful.
It's where one lives, and guide it to Ponyville to cause some more mayhem.
To cause some more mayhem. Maybe that's a bad word choice. Crap. I'm not gonna redo that entire line just for that, one bad word choice. I think it should be fine. Even though I should be wording my my videos better. That's one thing that that I try to work on as I make more videos. Is that I'm trying to word myself better in different videos, because people have been mentioning that I have a habit of using bad words in or that my wording is bad or off in a lot of cases. So yeah, I've been trying to fix that.
And guide it to Ponyville to cause some mayhem so that they could...
Oh wait, I actually did better my I did.
And guide it to
No.
Ponyville to
I
cause
can't
some
speak.
mayhem so that they could see Trixie...
Look at that expression. Oh, I hate it, but I love it so much. That's awesome. Oh. Trixie, I hate you, but that expression is awesome. Do change, please. Nah, she doesn't change. She actually has had several episodes throughout the entire series. However, pretty much every episode that she was in, or most of her episodes anyway, were about her growing. Like, they were supposed to have her become a better person by the end of the episode. But it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, and it will never happen, because because Trixie is a gosh-awful person who does not learn of any of her mistakes. And it's...
They could see Trixie defeated. It is at this moment that Trixie confesses it. It is at this moment that Trixie confesses it's all a lie, and Twilight comes in.
Some picture is also so incredibly smug. Oh man. I feel like these should be the final few lines of this entire thing.
They could see Trixie defeated. It is at this moment that Trixie confesses it's all a lie, and Twilight comes in to save the day, after which Trixie...
The animation in this episode, though, that animation is flippin' awesome. I love this.
And Twilight comes in to save the day, after which Trixie would soon leave Ponyville. The scene with the Ursa Major was... The scene with the Ursa Major was honestly my favorite of the whole episode. But that's mainly because there is... But that's mainly because there is very little dialogue in it, and we mostly just got to enjoy some pretty visuals. Other than that, though, there wasn't all that much good for me to enjoy. Other than that, though, there wasn't all that much good for me to enjoy in this one. Right off the bat, I found Trixie to be... Right off the bat, I found Trixie to be one of the most irritated characters that I've ever...
Irritated or irritating? The way that I say some words, it's awful. I should do something about it. I know. I'm terrible. Oh god, what happened there? Why was my screen suddenly black? Okay, I think I've already used a clip of this, but you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna use it again. Why not?
For me to enjoy in this one. Right off the bat, I found Trixie to be one of the most irritated characters that I've ever seen. Not only does she have a hell of an annoying voice, but everything...
Oh, I haven't really used a soundbite yet of her, but... You know, I don't really feel like I need to put up a soundbite. I don't even really want to.
Seen. Not only does she have a hell of an annoying voice, but everything about her attitude just doesn't...
Alright. It's all starting to come together, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost done. I only have like a couple of minutes left and then it's
Not
all
only
done.
does she have a hell of
Actually,
an annoying
this is the
voice,
last minute.
but everything about her attitude just doesn't sit right with me. It's probably no surprise that the main six didn't help me.
Oh gosh.
It's probably no no surprise that the main six didn't help manners. It's one thing to want to shut
Yeah, I'm just not gonna bother with the puppet anymore. I just think it takes way too much time for something that I don't want to spend that much time on, honestly.
It's one thing to want to shut someone up because you think that they are being a show-off.
Yeah, we need a different song for that. The Never Ending Story is in my YouTube music folder. Good gosh. That song is not even copyright free. I could use that. But nah, I don't think I want to. Should we... Nah, that's maybe a little bit too much. Movements. Ah, yeah. That's that. Maybe for a different day. Maybe for something a little more lighthearted. I mean, My Little Pony is lighthearted, but this is not exactly a lighthearted, segment. Yeah, the fetch rat we absolutely are not gonna use for this one. Ba ba da da ba da 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 da. Nah. Passionate Duelist, we could do that. Don't know if I want to though. The attack maybe? What's that again? Oh yeah, that's gonna work perfectly. We're gonna go with this one today. Why not? The attack. That's a wonderful song to finish with. Really good one.
But it's another thing entirely when you're being a ginormous hypocrite in this situation.
Some of the faces in Season 1 are so weird to look at nowadays. Good lord.
But it's another thing entirely when you're being a ginormous hypocrite in this situation and do the exact thing that the performer is doing. Which is boasting about your talents, essentially.
Even though the animation in this is kind of nice to look at, to be honest.
Boasting about your talents,
It's
essentially.
magic. That's to be expected.
Everything about this episode just makes me... Everything about this episode just makes me very angry, which is a response... Essentially. Everything about this episode just makes me very angry, which is a response that I don't often get from many My Little Pony episodes. If anything, an episode could leave me slightly frustrated at worst. Most of the times, I would leave a lesser... This episode, however, just made me want to punch every character in it. The only character I wouldn't want to punch is Twilight, because she at the very least was trying to be somewhat reasonable, unlike any other character in this. Which, considering that we're only 6 episodes in, is not a good look on them.
Oh, this is a really long part of the video that I kind of want to cut down, but it just doesn't... This is not a very good ending. If I were to just end it like this...
Which is boasting about your talents, essentially. Everything about this episode just makes me very angry.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick out some random trash stuff that I can find in this episode at this point and just trying to fill it all up, because I'm not entirely sure how to otherwise put all of this together, which is a response that I don't often get from many My Little Pony episodes. If anything, an episode. So most of this is just gonna be some random garbage footage. Some of this, it doesn't really have to relate to much of anything at this point. I don't really want to put all that much more effort into this than I already have been putting into here. If anything, an episode could leave me slightly frustrated at worst. Most of the times, I would leave a lesser episode with a mild frown, sometimes a facepalm, but that's really it, honestly. This episode, however, just made me want to punch. Oh yeah, Spike lecturing Sniffs and Snails. I haven't even mentioned any of this yet with Spike and Twilight. I have mentioned it briefly. This here, episode, however, just made me want to punch every character in it in the face. The only character I wouldn't want to punch is Twilight, because she at the very least. Yeah, we get a nice little Twilight bit in here. Nice. I can use that. Only character I wouldn't want to punch is Twilight, because she at the very least to punch is Twilight, because she at the very least was trying to be somewhat reasonable, unlike any other. It's almost done. It's almost done. It's almost done. Which, considering that we're only. Unlike any other character in this. Which, considering that we're only 6 episodes in, is not a good look on them. Not a good look on them. Okay, we can call it a day with this. We have officially finished all of these segments. This project is mostly ready to go, and that means that we can put together a little intro and we can finish this, and then I can finally upload this. But I'm gonna do that in my own free time. I'm not gonna do that on stream here. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this little editing stream. This has been a lot shorter than any of my other streams that I've done, but I was having a lot of fun with it. I hope you did too, and if you did, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone.